I felt very urged to write of my experiences with DXM after I read one of the experiences of another author, and they described suicidal tendencies and depressive withdrawal after they weren't on the DXM high. I have thought out this subject extensively and would like to share my findings. I have done DXM about 50 times now. All with pills, I've never tussined it. When I am on a DXM high, my mind works very efficiently and intelligently. As many authors have said, there is a definite feeling of out of body, and away from oneself. When this occurs, all self-consciousness is completely gone and my mind turns to the deep meaning and truths of life. Every time I have been high, I think to myself, why can't I be like this all the time? Because it seems as though all of my actions are logical and fun. I seem to always make the right decisions. I become very talkative to people and immediately get into deep discussions with people that I don't even know. I believe all my choices that I have ever made on DXM have been correct. It has done so much for me personally. I've learned a lot about people, society, fear, and just life. I know this sounds really cheesy, but it's true. But to address the suicidal issue, I used to think, man, I wish I was on a DXM high all the time, when I was on it. But then I realized that, although it's the greatest experience I've ever had, it truly is only for a temporary escape. Skills such as math and reading become very, very hard. Focusing my eyes is also another problem that I face. But none of those matter because nothing can faze me on a DXM high. I am absolutely happy doing anything. Doing homework, being at school, doing chores, or just sitting down in a park watching people and thinking for hours on end. I really hope that people aren't being all suicidal about this issue. Sure, reality sucks, but that's the facts of life. And if we were on DXM our whole lives, theoretically, that is, we would not be even as close to as intelligent people. DXM is for Friday at school, for summer days, and for special times with friends. I hope that it hasn't become a huge issue that leads to suicide. I too was very depressed about this before, until I basically came to the realization that both lives that I have, the high life and the world life, are equally as awesome. There are different aspects that make them great. I guess I'll go on to explain some instances with DXM because I see that I should include them. Well, one time I went to a school conference. My friend, possibly my best friend, just had his dad die of cancer and was having a really hard time on the bus. I'd never seen him even come close to crying cause he's pretty much a badass kinda guy. Well, me, him, and my other best friend just totally ditched the conference. Instead we went to the near Albertsons and got some DXM. The rest of the day we walked. And walked and walked and walked. Not knowing where we were going. Suddenly, it seemed as though we had accidentally stumbled upon our destination. A site that looked over a cliff with a picturesque view. Not saying a word, we all just stared for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes real time I think, it felt like at least 45. We walked all the way back and, because we didn't have any concerns in our head, immediately found our advisors and told them where we were. We basically then just settled down in the same 10 feet of grass in the middle of nowhere and sat there for the rest of the day. About 4 hours I think. We just talked and ate and talked and didn't want to go anywhere else. It seems like only on DXM can I get a true feeling of what contentment is. I'm gonna end this letter right now, although I have many more experiences to tell about. My last parting advice. When you're on a DXM high, listen to this song. DJ Jurgen, Better Off Alone. Thanks for putting up with my long letter. Take care you guys, don't overdo it now. We're blessed to be in a time where we can get this legally. We don't need any crazy instances all over the news or anything.